In this video, we're going to turn any number positive into an infinitely nested radical. So the form we want is x equals the square root of n plus the square root of n, and so on. And this number doesn't have to be an integer, but this number has to be bigger than 0, because if you have the square root of 0 plus the square root of 0, it's very weird what it could be. Okay, now we're going to see that this term right here is still x. So this will be the square root of n plus x equals x. We're going to square both sides. So this will be x squared equals n plus x. So the exact form we want is x squared minus 1 times x. So this minus 1 will be the coefficient of the x term. Minus n equals 0, and n is bigger than 0. So this is the form we want. Okay, so we have x equals, let's say, another number, k, and we want to turn that number x into an infinitely nested radical. So let's subtract k on both sides, leaving us with x minus k equals 0. And now we want to multiply x minus k by something. And on the right-hand side, 0 times something is still 0. So we want the term to be minus k, and then this will be, let's say, plus, let's call it n1. So this plus n1 is equal to negative 1. Add k on both sides, so you get n1 equals k minus 1. So now we're going to replace n1 with k minus 1, and things will work out. So we get x plus k minus 1 equals 0, and on the right-hand side it's still 0. Let's FOIL this out. You'll get x squared minus x, just as we showed. You get minus kx plus x kx, which cancels, then you get minus x. So you get, finally, you get minus k parentheses times k minus 1 equals 0. Okay, so now we can move the x term and the constant to the right-hand side, leaving us with x squared equals k times k minus 1 plus x. Okay. So now we can take this positive square root, because this number, by the way, k is bigger than 0. So now we take the positive square root, we get x equals the square root of k times k minus 1 plus x. And what is x? X is the same thing. So let's just say this is the square root of k times k minus 1 plus x, which is the square root of k minus 1, and so on. And it's infinite. So what is x? X in the beginning is k. So we get that k is equal to the square root of k times parentheses k minus 1 plus the square root of k times k minus 1, and so on. And now we showed before that this term is bigger than 0, and has to be bigger than 0. So what we really have is that k is bigger than 1. And that is the end of the video. Hope you liked it.